Hello my friends from the biker world, and welcome to another video. Today I bring you something a little different. The GetPairr Box, a CarPlay and Android Auto device, but with something extra to offer. And I bet you're going to like these additional features. Curious to find out what it's all about? Then stick around, because we're going to explore everything right after the intro. GetPairr is a relatively new brand, but it's already making waves, especially among those who value comfort and technology in their daily lives. Its mission is simple: to offer practical and affordable solutions for users who still rely on a wired connection for CarPlay or Android Auto. If your car or motorcycle already supports these systems but still requires a cable to connect your phone, GetPairr has the perfect solution, and the GetPairr Box is the clearest example of that. With this small device, you can completely transform your in-vehicle experience by switching to wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. Installation is straightforward, the transition is almost immediate, and the result is a huge boost in convenience. No messy cables, no wear on USB ports, and a much cleaner, more modern aesthetic. First of all, I'd like to thank GetPairr for sending me the GetPairr Box to test. I've been using it daily for about 2 weeks now, and overall, the experience has been very positive. At first, I ran into a few issues when trying to use the device with an older smartphone, specifically a Xiaomi Redmi 10. However, after switching to a more recent Android phone, all the problems disappeared. Compatibility improved significantly, and the connection became much more stable and responsive. Interestingly, it's with Apple CarPlay that the GetPairr Box really shines. The connection is fast, performance is smooth, and the response to commands is virtually instant. For iPhone users, this device is almost a must-have. But the GetPairr Box isn't just about getting rid of cables. In fact, it goes far beyond that. What makes it even more impressive is that it has its own built-in Android system. This means you can directly install a wide range of apps on the device, from games to video streaming platforms like YouTube, Netflix, or Amazon Prime Video, all accessible right on your car or motorcycle screen. It's almost like turning your vehicle's multimedia system into a fully functional Android tablet. In short, the GetPairr Box isn't just a way to make your system more practical, it's also a way to significantly expand your vehicle's capabilities, taking convenience and in-car entertainment to a whole new level. The GetPairr Box packaging features a minimalist and discreet design, with a soft touch finish that feels both sturdy and high quality. It comes very well protected in a rigid box, neatly organized inside, and honestly, this level of packaging quality is quite rare for devices of this type. Inside the box, we find the GetPairr Box itself. The device is quite compact, which helps keep it discreet once installed. It's made entirely of plastic, but the build quality feels solid and refined. On the bottom, you'll notice a fully perforated surface to assist with cooling. As for ports, there are 3 main ones: a USB-C port for power and connection to the vehicle, a microSD card slot, in case you want to store music, videos, or other files locally, and a SIM card slot, which allows you to insert a dedicated data SIM if you prefer not to share your phone's mobile data. The GetPairr Box supports 3 distinct modes of operation: Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, both connected wirelessly to your smartphone, or you can run the device entirely on its built-in Android system. However, to use the internal Android system on its own, you'll need to insert a SIM card or connect it to your mobile hotspot to enable internet access. Let's now take a look at what else is inside the box. You'll also find a USB-C to USB-C cable for connecting the device to your car or motorcycle, as well as a USB-C to USB-A cable to ensure compatibility with different types of vehicle ports. In addition, there's an extra power cable included. This is particularly useful if your car's USB port doesn't provide enough power. For example, if during heavier use, such as running navigation and music at the same time, the GetPairr Box unexpectedly restarts, that's a clear sign your USB port isn't supplying enough power. In such cases, you should use the included auxiliary power cable to provide additional energy to the device, ensuring it runs smoothly and continuously. It's great to see that the brand has thought about these kinds of details and provides everything needed for a hassle-free and relaxed user experience. Also included is a connection diagram that shows the different ways you can connect the PairR Box to your car or motorcycle using the supplied cables. There's even a small instruction manual, clear and straight to the point, with useful information on how to use the PairR Box. Though let's be honest, it's one of those manuals that no one ever reads. Let's just set that aside. The initial setup is very simple and quick. Just plug the PairR Box into the USB port of your car or motorcycle, and you can immediately store it away. Since it's quite compact, it remains well hidden during use and doesn't attract attention. Then, just turn on the vehicle and wait a few seconds for the PairR Box system to boot up. Right now, we can see the startup screen of the PairR Box's internal system, and after just a few seconds, the system is ready to go. On the main screen, we have access to maps, music controls, and shortcuts to the most commonly used apps. If we tap on the menu here, we can see the apps installed on the PairR Box, such as YouTube, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, Disney+, and others. Going back to the home menu, let's now see how to configure Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The setup is the same for both systems. Today we're going to test Apple CarPlay. Just tap here on the multiplay icon and the system will wait for the phone connection. Then, on your phone, open the Bluetooth settings and search for new devices. A device named AI Box will appear. Select it, and it will request to pair with your PairR Box. Accept the pairing. Then allow contact syncing. After that, authorize the CarPlay connection, and in just a few seconds, your phone will be connected wirelessly to the car or motorcycle via CarPlay. From there, it works exactly like a regular wired CarPlay system, with access to all the usual apps like Maps, Waze, Spotify, and so on. As you can see, navigating through menus is still smooth and fast, just as if you were using CarPlay with a cable. The response to commands is immediate, without any delay or stuttering that could ruin the experience. App launching is also fast, with no signs of lag. You can switch easily between apps like Maps, Music, or phone calls, and the system stays responsive at all times. The integration with the phone is flawless, ensuring everything works seamlessly and intuitively, just like a wired system. The best part is that, despite being completely wireless, there's no noticeable difference in performance. It feels like the phone is physically connected. This translates into greater freedom and convenience, without sacrificing any of the performance or smoothness you're used to. Now, let's move on to testing video streaming apps and see how to install new applications. For this, the PairR Box needs internet access. You can do this in two ways: by sharing your phone's mobile data via hotspot, or by inserting a separate SIM card dedicated to mobile data directly into the PairR Box. In my case, I'll share my phone's internet with the PairR Box. Just turn on the hotspot on your phone and configure the PairR Box to connect to that network. Once connected, the device will have internet access, allowing you to install or update apps and use video streaming platforms without limitations. So, let's activate the hotspot and see how the PairR Box handles real-time video streaming. After setting up the mobile hotspot, we can already see Google Maps displaying real-time maps with all the usual features we expect. I'm not completely sure, but I believe it's possible to download offline maps directly in Google Maps, allowing the internal system of the CarPlay box to be used even without needing a mobile hotspot all the time. Now, if we open the YouTube app, we can see the recommended videos page loading normally, without any delays or failures. This shows that the CarPlay box is accessing the internet via hotspot, meaning we can start using video streaming apps efficiently and without any hiccups. Let's now search for one of our latest videos to see how the CarPlay box performs with video streaming. Here are the search results. Let's start by selecting a short. You can notice that shorts aren't perfectly optimized, probably due to the different aspect ratio. So, let's pick a longer video for a full test. I'll set it to full screen, and as you can see, the video plays smoothly, with no interruptions and excellent image quality. Now I'll increase the video resolution a bit to see how the system handles higher data usage. And as you can see, streaming remains flawless, no glitches or buffering, clearly showing how well the CarPlay box handles real-time content. Let's skip forward in the video to test responsiveness, and here it is, still performing great, with fast transitions and no issues. Without a doubt, this is great for passing time while waiting in the car for someone or while your motorcycle is parked. But please, don't watch videos while driving. Don't put your safety or others at risk. Now let's try other video streaming apps, like Amazon Prime Video, for example. We don't have an account to test, but let's see if the app opens normally. In this case, the app is already asking to be updated, which is actually good as it lets us test the update process on the CarPlay box. Let's allow the update, and it automatically opens the Google Play Store to perform the update. Great, let's proceed. Now we just wait for the update to finish so we can continue testing. Perfect, the update is complete. Taking advantage of the momentum, let's install another app to test app installation on the CarPlay box. Let's go with this card game that popped up. I don't know it and have never tested it, but let's see how it performs on the CarPlay box. The installation is proceeding normally, just like on any Android system, without issues or delays. Let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, done. Installation complete. Let's exit the Play Store and return to the CarPlay box main menu. We can see the games icon is already here, right after installation. But first, let's check if the Amazon Prime Video app updated correctly. Here it is, already asking for login credentials, meaning the update worked fine. So I believe video streaming will run smoothly here as well, just like we saw with YouTube. Let's go back. Now let's test the Netflix app. Just like Amazon Prime Video, it's also requesting an update. Let's allow it, and just like the previous case, this update is also running smoothly. Let's just wait for the update to finish, and yes, just like Amazon Prime Video, the Netflix app also updates without any issues. We can conclude that updating and installing apps on the CarPlay box works just like on any Android system. Now let's try to open the Netflix app. There it is. The app launched with the expected normal behavior and is already prompting us to sign in. Let's exit and test the game we just installed. Let's go to the menu to open the newly installed game. and as you can see, it appears to be working perfectly. Although it's not fully optimized for the screen size, it's still totally usable and works fine. I purposely chose a random game for this test to show that the GetPairr Box handles various types of apps well, not just the ones we know work great. Now, if we want to exit the game and return to the main menu, we simply swipe down from the top of the screen to bring up the GetPairr Box menu bar, and there we go, back at the home screen, ready to explore more features. During these 2 weeks of testing, the GetPairr Box worked flawlessly ever since I switched from the Redmi 10 to the Redmi 13 smartphone. I used navigation apps, Google Maps, Waze, and Apple Maps, listened to music on Spotify, and answered calls with perfect clarity. Both Google Assistant and Siri performed seamlessly. The experience feels exactly like having the phone connected via cable, with the added benefit of being able to leave it in your pocket or backpack. The system's smoothness remained consistent. Performance was fast, with no interruptions or lag. After several days of use, I didn't notice any difference compared to wired Android Auto or CarPlay. During my tests, the system that delivered the best performance and responsiveness was undoubtedly Apple CarPlay. However, that advantage was already noticeable even when using a wired connection directly to the car. So we can conclude that Apple's CarPlay is generally better optimized than Google's Android Auto, regardless of the connection type used. Of course, by not using a cable, your phone won't charge automatically, which is something to keep in mind. But for everyday use, the convenience of not having to plug and unplug cables is clearly an advantage. For longer trips, just bring a charger and that issue is easily solved. Another aspect I really appreciated was the initial pairing process, which is extremely simple. All I had to do was plug the GetPairr Box into the car's USB port, follow the quick on-screen instructions, and in less than 2 minutes, everything was up and running. From that moment on, every time I get into the car, the connection is established automatically without ever needing to touch the phone. This level of automation makes the whole experience even more practical and intuitive, bringing us closer to the ideal of a smart car even in older models that originally didn't support wireless connectivity. The GetPairr Box is a device that transforms any wired CarPlay or Android Auto system into a completely wireless experience, simple, practical, and reliable. It also has the added advantage of allowing you to install other apps, like games or video streaming platforms. Installation is easy, usage is intuitive, and the performance is exactly what you'd expect from a high-quality product. If you're interested, I've left the purchase link in the video description. And if you use our code TOUR10, you'll even get 10% off your purchase. Once again, a big thank you to GetPairr for the trust and for giving me the opportunity to test this excellent product. This is the second product I've tested from this new brand, and I can honestly say that both the previous GetPairr Mini and this GetPairr Box did not disappoint. They offer excellent quality and work flawlessly. Take care, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video.